Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be going over a easy speak tutorial and the responsibilities of a Toastmaster per every meeting. In this tutorial, I'll be going over how to create a meeting on Easy Speak, making sure people confirm their roles, and lastly, how to print agendas. All right, so let's get started. I'm logging in on Easy Speak right now. Now I'm going to create my meeting. I go to the link over here. I go to create meeting. Now I'm going to make a meeting on the 10th. I'm going to say it starts at 6:20. And then I'm going to make the meeting manager me because I'm Toastmaster for this Monday. Agenda, there's going to be 3 speakers. So I'm going to make sure that gets filled in. And the theme is going to be self-improvement. So after I submit this, I already have a meeting this time on the same date. That's fine. I go to the meeting on the left tab on the 10th. No, I don't want to because the meeting didn't really happen. Okay, so I get over here. July 17th, or excuse me, July 10th, 2017 at 6:20. And for example, I can edit the meeting by pretty much doing the same thing. Meeting starts at 6:20. Hit submit. Right. All right, so good. Now I'm going to select the agenda for 3 speakers. Self-improvement. Now, to enter the appropriate material is actually pretty straightforward. For example, if I have the list from the board every week, I can know who to assign appropriately. For example, I know next week Varun is going to be speaking, so all I have to do is click that button there, assign him, and then over here I can put his speech title. I don't know what that's going to be yet, so I'm just going to be announced. I'm going to hit save. And don't worry, when you save, when Varun logs in, he'll be notified that he needs to put in speech details. You get all sorts of information there. For example, you get to figure out if he's doing his icebreaker speech, you get to figure out if he's doing his second speech. Everything will be assigned on there. All right, and next, I know we have Isaac doing a speech. And we have Matt doing a speech. So for example, what I was talking about, if you have a speech title, if you go to the second tab on workbook and speech number, you have all this information. For example, if we start from the Competent Communicator Manual, select that. You can have the icebreaker speech, organize your speech, and it'll also have the appropriate timing on here. If I hit save, I can choose to do that. I'm not going to fill in anything for now because Matt has to update that himself. All right, now the general evaluator is going to be Brian. And again, I'm just going off of the board. And second evaluator is going to be Varun. And I can be an evaluator for Matt, no problem. And odd counter is going to be Brian. Grammarian is going to be Kevin. Table Topics Master is going to be Cheryl. Timer is going to be Varun. Toastmaster is going to be me. Humorous is going to be Dan. Pitch, it's going to be Cheryl. Pitch evaluator is going to be Brian. Thought of the day is going to be Kevin. Word of the day is going to be Bodie. I hit save. And there you go. I have a full meeting for the 10th of July. Great. Now, what do I do next? The next thing I want to cover is making sure people can confirm their roles. For example, if I go to here, 13, you're going to notice 13 assignments, emails pending. So for example, if I click this third email link, over here, if I select first email, it's going to send an email to all of the respective people that signed up for the meeting. For example, it's going to give them a reminder, say, hey, we have a meeting this Monday. Please confirm that you are going to attend the meeting, and off you go. And usually after the first email, I'm going to get a couple of people that signed up, and then I'm going to send the second email. The second email is going to be a little more of a directed message. For example, I can say, hey, if you come, can you please, confirm your speaking role so I can print the agenda? Because the last thing you want to do is have an agenda with no speech title. It just looks unprofessional. So make sure you just send the first email and people will understand, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. All right. Now all of these people are notified for making sure that they sign up for roles or confirm their roles, and you name it. So it's all on there. Great. Now, let me go back to the meeting on July 10th. Next, I'm going to be going over printing the agenda. So for example, I'll go over here. I'm going to open this template that the Toastmasters was supposed to be responsible for. And for example, I have a checklist here, and I have all this information, but the only tab you really need to worry about is the user input. This will create your agenda for you. And what I mean by that is, for example, I remember my speaker is going to be, for example, Varun. And his speech title is TBD because I don't know that yet. And the workbook assignment number is company communication, and I can say maybe it's the first assignment. The time, it should show on Easy Speak, but it's 5 to 7 minutes, so I'm going to select that right there. And evaluator is, let's just say it's Kevin. So if you notice and go back here to the print black and white, you're going to notice that the speech title is over here, and then it's going to show the competent communicator manual, and it's also going to show who the speaker is and the time respectively. So in a sense, this is actually really powerful because you can pretty much input the roles of each person and print out the agenda efficiently before the meeting starts every single Monday. I'm just going to enter the alt in so you guys get to know what exactly it looks like, but it's just mainly inputting information. For example, Varun, and then Isaac's going to be doing a speech. And then his is TBD. And then Matt's going to be doing a speech. That one's TBD. And then I can see it's coming from the Common Communicator Manual. I'm just guessing on this, by the way. But as a Toastmaster, you should be responsible for contacting each of the members to make sure you don't have any last-minute dropouts. And that way the meeting will run way more efficiently. So I'm just entering the information right now. Let's just see. Let's do it correctly. Evaluator is Dan. Isaac is Varun. Blank. General evaluator is Brian. Pitch is Cheryl. Table topics master is Cheryl. Toastmaster is Kevin. Oh, I don't know why I got transferred twice. That's weird. Humorist is Dan. President is Cheryl. Counter is Brian. Grammarian is Kevin. Timer is Varun. Thought of the day is Kevin. Theme is self-improvement. Date is July 10th. Where the day is TBD. And there you have it. If you go to the print black and white, you're going to see all this stuff is, entered in respectively. That way you can print out, 20 pages of this, and you can bring it to the meeting, and you're going to have a very efficient meeting. All right, so in this tutorial, I talked about how to create a meeting in Easy Speak, how to make sure that people confirm roles, and how to print agendas. Now, going back to making sure people confirm for the roles, another way of doing it is even if they don't respond to their emails, you can contact them via telephone, via text, whatever you want to do. For example, if I click, let's just say I'll click Jaylene, for example. Here it doesn't have her information on here. Let me click somebody else. That's a bad example. Okay, well, I should tell people to update this, but for example, look at this. Dan Sahak has his mobile number here, and this needs to be updated respectively as well, but that's going to happen very shortly. And so, for example, if Dan Sahak has a role here, and he hasn't confirmed yet, as a Toastmaster, you're supposed to be responsible for calling him or texting him and make sure he confirms. That's all I want to cover today. I hope this was useful, and please don't hesitate to reach out to me if you have any questions. Thank you.